This time on high Arctic haulers,
I got 2 meters under the keel.
the shallow waters of Franklin's graveyard
That wasn't planned.
test the crew's resolve.
Good.
In Canada's northernmost settlement, supplies run dangerously low.
We are in trouble.
And as winter slams into the Arctic,
The weather's really hardcore. One bullet means a lot.
it's a fight for survival.
Put it outside and do visual.
185 miles north of the Arctic Circle. With winter descending on the Northwest Passage, the Sedna de Gagne is running out of time.
Gonna hit the bad weather because we're behind. Winter comes in pretty early at some parts.
9 days behind schedule. Captain Michel Duplain is preparing for his most dangerous mission yet.
The passage through Simpson Strait presents the greatest navigational hazard in the Arctic archipelago. Challenging, I think.
Simpson Strait is full of rocks, full of little islands, and I've never been through there. It's the first time I go through there.
The Simpson Strait is a narrow route with a long history of wrecking ships. It's the shortest way to the next offload.
They'll pass in front of the Terror Bay. That's where they found the ships of the Franklin expedition. No ships had done the actual crossing. So they sent the Terror and the Erebus to find out about the real path to the northwest. So you imagine those people coming along in unknown land, fog, ice, wooden boats.
In the times when the ship were made of wood and the captains were made of iron.
And the ship left, and they never heard of it after.
The HMS Terror and Erebus were lost to the ice and the rocks. Something Captain Duplain must avoid.
Advise the engine room that we're gonna slow down.
The Simpson Strait is extremely shallow. Strong currents constantly change the sea floor, making the water depth charts useless. Smashing into the rocky bottom with the ship is a real possibility.
Simpson Strait, it's not that deep, so we prefer getting ourselves a good underkeel clearance. So in order to do that, I gotta do some ballasting.
Chief Mate Guillaume Rousseau must raise the ship by dumping ballast water overboard.
So we got our pumps, valves, my different ballast tanks. We're gonna have a bodily rise. So the entire body of the ship will gain a bit of height. It's happening right now.
This is a strait we have to take.
For me, it's like an athlete. You visualize, here I'll bring up the speed, here I'm gonna stop it a bit, here I'm gonna let the current flow me aside. You need a game plan.
At the eastern end of Simpson Strait, half a day's sail ahead, is the community of Johaven. .1,400 people call Johaven home. Since the discovery of Sir John Franklin's lost ships, the town has been booming. The story of the Erebus and the Terror now draw cruise ships and thousands of tourists to Joehaven every year.
We have some artifacts that's been underwater for over 170 years. Artifacts that are from the Franklin's finding.
When high-tech research vessels located the wrecks, they were exactly where Inuit historians said they'd be.
For the last 2 weeks, I've been guarding the Franklin ship. I feel pride because I'm doing it for my community.
Today, Clayton Kecknick is working to provide for his family.
The winter's coming now. Most of us hunters are trying to get out as fast as we can. This is the rifle that I rely on most of my life. This one used to be taller than me. I used to be very small, packing it. This is my grandfather's, and he handed it to me because I'm very straight with it. Sometimes I get a kill with one shot.
But Clayton is running low on bullets. He's down to his last box. The Sedna is bringing more. The sea lift should have been here more than a week ago.
Once a year, we get the sea lift, so that carries the bullets. And when you don't have bullets, then you don't have a chance to hunt anything. One bullet means a lot. I'll see you today, babe.
I love you. Be careful.
Yep.
Ouais. Rentre pas dessus.
Clayton's bullets and the rest of the Joehaven supplies are 35 miles to the west on board the Sedna.
We're just in a very, very narrow spot. So if we're out by half a mile, we're on land, which is not good.
The ship is running at a crawl as it moves through the dangerous Simpson Strait. The Sedna's route is marked by inland beacons and floating buoys. Miss one of these, and the Sedna will run aground.
À gauche, 095. Passer ces îles. You're relying yourself on the beacons. It's recommended as the best track there is.
We got to keep it really, really close to some buoys. We got to really go right beside them.
6 miles into the strait, there's confusion on the bridge.
The buoys are off what's written on the chart. So we actually can't really rely on them.
You gotta watch where you are. Nothing is more precise than what you really see outside.
You have to remember that a lot of charts are old charts. Some charts go back to 1800s. There's only about 10% of the Arctic that is sounded.
Poor charts are also making it difficult to predict the water's depth.
7 meters. The water is getting shallower and shallower. 6 meters. 5 meters. Three.
Between the sea floor and the bottom of the Sedna, it's now as shallow as a swimming pool.
.9.
Your brain refused to believe it. It's impossible.
I got 2 meters under the keel. Okay.
There's not a lot of water here.
High in the Arctic, Captain Duplain and the crew of the Sedna are in the dangerously shallow waters of the Simpson Strait.
I got 2 meters under the keel.
You're looking at how shallow it's getting on the counter. The numbers should start going up. And it's still going down. It's not supposed getting that shallow.
.9, 3, 3.5, 3.7. Okay, it's going up. Keep going, keep going. 4, 6, 7. Okay, 7 meter, I'm good. We're safely just outside the range.
We're getting out from the Simpson Strait. It's pretty encouraging.
It was stressful at that point. You hope you're wearing your brown pants.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
I feel relief. And you got 2 buttocks there, and they have a tendency to squeeze each other. You feel them releasing after, say, okay, we passed the worst part of it.
While the Sedna continues towards Johaven, 600 miles north in Grise Fjord, the 130 people of Canada's northernmost settlement are still waiting for their sea lift.
People don't understand how hard it is sometimes up here.
For Vanessa Kigukduk and her year-old daughter Fiona, just finding enough to eat this late in the summer is difficult.
There's no juice. Just tired of the same old food. Hi, Frank.
Hey, how are ya?
There's nothing.
Shell's a bear.
Okay.
It's getting desperate.
The last time co-op manager Frank Holland got a sea lift was a year ago.
It is very disheartening. We have a community of 130 people that, rely on the store to have food.
What are we going to have?
It's a lot on my shoulders.
Okay, then.
With little to buy at the co-op, Grise Fjord's full-time residents rely on country food to help keep them going.
We have Papa soon. Yes, it's okay. Okay. Let's have some mata. This is mata, the narwhal. Another hunter's cut about a week ago. It's mata. Come on, eh? She's hungry. We rely on mostly hunters and each other. All I have is my daughter, but thank goodness we have family. Our aunts, uncles, and cousins. They're always there for us. I'm grateful for the community. We help each other out. We like this mata, but we just can't live on it every day. The sea lift is coming, we'll have something different to eat. Some more? Yeah?
While the residents of Grise Fjord wait, 600 miles south, the Sedna de Gagné has finally pulled into Johaven.
Well, it's about time.
The Sedna is carrying a year's worth of construction materials, groceries, everything Joe Haven needs to last another Arctic winter.
The original due date was the 9th, so we're 9 days late. They brought the snow with them. That sucks.
Hey, weather's not as good as I thought it'd be. Wasn't supposed to snow this morning.
It's an ominous warning that summer and ice-free passages won't be open much longer.
Okay, let go.
Starboard side. Wait. Right now we're opening the hatch. So we're ready to start the cargo operations.
Joe Haven's offload is the largest so far this year for the Sedna. Enough cargo to fill a train almost a mile long.
Weather's starting to be pretty bad. Pretty worse than we were expecting.
Débarrez-moi, s'il vous plaît! Les flat tracks ici! Les flat tracks sur le top! As soon as there's a little bit of snow, it's a nightmare for my guys. Ah, je vais t'aider, Alex.
The ship's chief mate has been under pressure to get moving. But the cold and snow means the crew is not going to set any speed records today.
It gets slippery. The lift trucks won't work properly. There's always that issue of falling, stuff sliding.
Oh, my guys got to be really careful today. It's super dangerous. If you fall and you fall down there like I once fell when I was cadet, you could easily break your ribs. We'd be better off working with skates, steel-toed skates, you know what I mean? Rednecks on ice.
"75 miles inland from Joe Haven,
But I can't keep hard. Not very good.
Clayton and his Uncle Wayne have decided not to wait for the ship.
Only once a year we get to see Lake that carries the bullets. It's very important to us hunters. One bullet means a lot because you can bring a lot of meat home.
Clayton is down to his last few bullets. Fighting through the winter storm, they're still hoping to find caribou.
I've been hunting since I was like 4 years old. Providing for my family, that's very important.
Hours into the day hunt, in near whiteout conditions, they've not seen a single sign of caribou. 15 minutes later, Wayne spots something in the snow.
I dropped my sunglasses over there. I didn't know I dropped them.
Finding the sunglasses means they've been going in circles for hours.
Going the right way? We are lost. We need to come here tonight. I'm very disappointed. As Inuit, we know the weather very well. When the weather's bad, I can't find it. So to keep us warm.
You guys watch out. Up, 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 up.
In Joe Haven, it's day 2 of the Sedna's offload.
The boat.
While First Mate Guillaume Rosso manages the ship.
All right.
319.
That's mine.
Is that yours?
Bingo, I win.
Sweet. Yay. Good.
Lead checker Josh DeGagne has got his hands full.
That's probably going to be not this barge here, but next one over.
The overnight snow has turned to ice on the only road that connects the beach to town.
Weather in the Arctic is insane. If weather is bad, it's bad. It's not just like, kind of bad. No. Weather will stop us from doing our job.
Oui, Simon, je t'entends. Hold on. That's weird. Oh, son of a bitch. It's just spinning there. It's just too much weight. If the snow gets compacted and it makes ice. It just literally makes ice.
My truck not making it up about a 5-degree incline obviously slows us down.
As the trucks spin out on the hill, the sea lift loses valuable time and cargo backs up on the beach.
Challenges of this part of the world. I'm a missions kind of guy. I have a daily challenge. My job is easy, but the challenges that come along with it are not.
Yeah, copy that.
Josh throws some extra muscle at the problem.
I don't know, hopefully it works. Come on. Please.
Adapt and overcome every single day. It's what you have to do. It's just a fact.
"75 miles inland, Wayne and Clayton had to camp overnight on what was supposed to be a 12-hour caribou hunt.
You want some coffee first?
Yep. Instead of going by the mountains, we'll go by the flat way. Okay.
Now that the Arctic storm has passed, the 2 hunters head for home empty-handed.
No animal. Pretty disappointing. But they head home with nothing. The stores here, they don't have rich meat. And as Inuit, we're used to rich meat. That's how we stay warm. 1 caribou pretty much feeds the whole family.
On the long, cold trip back, there's lots of time to think.
I got 5 kids at home. They're craving for wild meat.
But the 2 hunters have enough experience to know that in the Arctic, weather and luck can change in a heartbeat.
There's caribou! Caribou! Caribou!
Right now, they're running away.
It means a lot so I can feed my family. The store-bought food is too expensive. So we got to provide our own food. There's nothing going to waste. Everything you see here, we're going to take everything except the guts. So the spine, ribs, everything, we're going to take everything, the head, the legs.
Okay, you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I work on my leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that caribou meat's making me hungry.
Yep.
Within 3 hours, the caribou is butchered, dressed, and packed up for home. But not before they spot one last surprise.
And you see these little bugs here? They live in the caribou, and they come out as bumblebees. You can see these little dots here that's already made by the skin. That's where they come out. They make these bigger. These skins start to shed the fur, and then they get ready for a winter coat. That's when the bees go out. Many years ago, they used to eat them. It does taste like milk. The meat's gonna go to good use. I'm very thankful and bring home caribou.
But as they get ready to head back to town,
Look at our tank. We're 37 miles from home.
as if they haven't had enough Arctic luck. 20 minutes up the trail, they catch another break.
This is Charlie Orslick. I guess he broke down.
The abandoned sled was left behind by another hunter. The fuel cans are full.
I'm just gonna pour a little.
There's more than enough gas to get home.
We need help with the we'll pay them back when they come. Yes, we're gonna make it home. We don't have to walk.
Back in Joe Haven,
Everything's slipping. The issue is ice forming on the roads.
the loaders are working double duty, moving cargo off the barges and pushing trucks up the icy hill.
Is this a large barge? Maybe 3 more barge of cargo. Something like that.
As the sea lift starts to wind down, the Sedna's smallest tug is struggling.
Uh-oh. Fluid problem.
Its port engine quits. The tug loses control of the barge. Tugboat captain Jean-Martin Hood races towards shore to try to stop the barge before it smashes into the beach.
Yeah, I see the barge.
In Joe Haven, the crew has lost control of a fully loaded barge.
We have to avoid hitting the beach too fast.
It's a close call, but the Beluga Polaire arrives just in time.
For me, adrenaline helps with that. Show must go on.
We take them to the beach.
Jean-Martin has more than enough power to wrestle the barge back to the landing zone. While the loaders offload, the two tug crews work together to figure out what's wrong with the engine. "600 miles to the north in Grise Fjord,
Gotta go down and check the store.
at the co-op, they are dealing with a crisis of their own. The power has gone out for the 4th time this week.
Go in and take a look and see what's going on here.
Manager Frank Holland has to move fast. Any damage to the co-op's freezers would decimate the town's dwindling food supply.
As you can see, we are in trouble.
Cut off from any outside resources, the residents of Grise Fjord are 100% reliant on a power plant that's over half a century old. A desperately needed new generator is scheduled to arrive on the sea lift.
Unplanned kind of it. Yeah. I'm hoping this is just a few-minute power outage.
For the people of Grise Fjord, reliable power is a matter of life and death, especially in the winter.
Power is a big deal around here. The house can freeze up within 3 hours, and it provides light for our children who are walking on the street. So street light will give them a warning if there's a polar bear on the beach. We need power.
This happens far too often. We also get power fluctuations. We could wind up losing some of our equipment, such as our freezers, oh, that's nice to see. This is great. It didn't last too long. I'm going to flick on a few lights, go check my equipment. I gotta make sure that they're running. It's still cold. Looks like everything's good. That's a relief.
The new power plant must arrive before the bay ices over. Otherwise, it will be another long, dark Arctic winter. Back south in Johaven,
I don't know exactly why what, but it's a fuel problem.
the Sedna offload is at a standstill while the tugboat crews work to fix an engine.
You're gonna fix it soon, I'm pretty sure. Leave the fuel line.
Will we start it?
They flush the fuel line and check the diesel filter. Turns out to be a simple clog. The tug engine is back in action.
I put a little bit of air and the engine restart and now it looks good. Terminate!
The offload resumes, with only 2 barge loads left on the ship, including Johaven's first ambulance.
Basket, anywhere on the floor.
For the last 35 years, Johaven has had to make do, training emergency crews to use the town's fire truck as a makeshift ambulance.
When we get emergency calls, we use the fire truck for transportation. 1, 2, 3, go. We put them in the fire truck. Good. We have trouble putting patients in. The stretcher is too long and the doors don't close properly. Somebody would be here and holding this door to keep it closed so the patient won't move. It's not the safest thing. I think it's pretty scary. Okay, guys, let's take her out. The ambulance is important because we get a lot of medical calls. We need an ambulance.
But right now, Johaven's biggest crisis is getting cargo up from the beach. Even with the help of the loaders, the trucks are still having a difficult time on the ice.
It's just dangerous of everything slipping. There you go, there you go, there you go.
The heavy trucks are taking their toll on the loaders.
Oh, my fork is broken. There's one like this and one like that.
I get a call on the radio from Simon, and it's like, dude, I've bent a fork. We need to get it straight.
Until the fork is straightened, the loader can't be used to lift sea cans.
I found an amazing man with a set of acetylene torches. We heated up a fork with our customer's help.
I freaking steel here.
And then we torqued and MacGyvered or bent and kept on going.
Hopefully that works. I think it's gonna be good. Thank you.
We just fixed the fork.
The forklift is back unloading barges. But Josh doesn't want to risk any further damage.
We're not going to be messing around with our machines and ice all day long.
I had to get the city to do something about the road conditions.
He needs to get sand on the roads we're not delivering anymore.
In Joe Haven, cargo is stacking up on the beach.
We're not going to be messing around with our machines and ice all day long.
Josh has stopped trucking deliveries into town until an icy road is fixed.
He needs to get sand on the roads we're not delivering anymore.
I am one stubborn son of a gun. Stubborn in a good way. I will not quit.
They got a bulldozer. We asked for sand, they got a bulldozer.
Yeah. That's one way to do it. Seeing a bulldozer doing a bit of a zigzag down a hill to get traction.
That's a funny way to fix a road, if you ask me.
So they basically destroyed and rebuilt the road in about 20 minutes.
All right, well, that'll do.
That looks a lot better, eh?
Lending a helping hand is what the Arctic is all about. It's the sense of community, which is amazing, right?
With the road repaired, the deliveries resume.
Yeah, there it is! I got it, I got it. Happy, happy, happy now.
All around town, residents and businesses are unpacking their long-awaited deliveries. Up at the co-op, they're already restocking shelves with food.
Keep pushing.
And with supplies for the town's hunters. Clayton and Wayne make the co-op their first stop when they get back into town.
Let's go hunting again tomorrow.
Resupplied, the two hunters are ready to try their luck again.
I'll get some stuff ready for tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good evening.
Yep.
But first, there's caribou dinner to cook with the family.
My kids were crying for their dad. We're really happy for him to come back home.
Take stuff. Son, you're gonna eat with us? Have tuk too. So get really strong. So go out like daddy. It's a good thing I got caribou, eh?
It's really good, tasty.
While Clayton enjoys dinner, out in the Sedna,
All right.
they're loading the last barge in style.
The ambulance coming off the barge with the lights and sirens, come on, that's pretty cool, right? It's gotta be really bad when you don't have a working ambulance. You get hurt, you kind of want one of those, so. It's really cool that actually getting some real equipment for emergencies, right? Are you here to pick this up?
Yep. Handing the keys over is the best thing.
Just your initials next to ambulance right there. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good evening.
It's gonna be my first time driving in an ambulance.
Hard to describe having an ambulance in our own community. Great.
Now let's please make it through the water hole. Oh, that was close. Oh, jeez. All right, come on, up the hill. Okay, it's not my responsibility. I'm done. I'm happy. Yay! The biggest part of the trip is done and over with, and I'm pretty happy. Can't see it in my face because I'm tired, but I'm happy.
That one's gonna go there. Yeah. Finally, we're done. Seriously. Guys are starting to get tired pretty bad. We got a lot of cargo down here.
We were behind, but we made it through. Pretty happy about it. It's another check done before the end of the season.
This trip went well, besides all the delays. Nobody got hurt, touch wood again. All in all, it was pretty good. And right now, it's not freezing. If it starts freezing, we could have a hard time.
At 600 miles to the north, the sea lift season may already be over. The ice has returned with a vengeance.
This could be the start of my worst nightmare right now.
Grise Fjord is Canada's most northerly settlement, so remote it gets only one sea lift ship a year.
We got some sea ice that's coming up along the shoreline. They're fairly huge chunks. If we don't get a big wind to blow this away, our sea lift is probably toast. The tugs won't be able to get in and around this here because this is the area where they land in here.
With the co-op shelves bare and a power plant threatening to pack it in weeks before winter, Grise has never needed a sea lift so badly.
The last time the sea lift wasn't able to get in, they just turned around and went back. This is not looking good. This is pretty freaking devastating. We're in trouble.
Next time on High Arctic Haulers.
We have no chance to fail on this one.
A huge delivery
Oh, shoot.
slides towards disaster.
Whoa, 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 whoa! We are ready.
The Arctic's first brewery bets big on the ships.
It is not easy.
And
Jesus.
on the Sedna,
There's a lot of ice.
ice traps the crew,
That's gonna be pretty tough to go through.
threatening to end the sea lift.